don't even bother.
I told you yesterday I had injections.
Yeah.
Did you not understand what I was saying when I said trigger point?
No.
Injections.
I've never heard of that.
So my doctor injected me basically all in this area.
In your
and
traps.
So like my traps and like going down the back of that quadrant, I'd say on
Okay.
each side. Because it's so tense, because the whole point,
Injected you with what?
lidocaine and saline.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is all post-accident. Like I've had
Oh,
all
okay.
these problems.
car
It's like
accident.
locked up.
Okay. Is this
So-
the DO?
Yeah. So
Okay.
he had said we could do trigger point injections. And I'm like, I don't know what that means, but let's do it. Sure, why not? So I went back. I went yesterday. A guided by ultrasound. And I thought, oh, yeah, this is going to be great. And I didn't know what to expect. It was not that. Like, it was so painful because they're putting their, it's him and there's the nurse and they're doing the jelly. And all of a sudden he's like, all right, little stick. And it sticks. And I'm like, shit.
Well, lidocaine burns anyway.
But just the stick. I mean, I think when you don't know what to expect in something, and then you get a needle, and then it's like maneuvering I'm not going to say the term I'm thinking of, but it's just like swimming in your muscles and everything. And I just thought, what is happening? So he said, it's like basically if you're injecting a Charlie horse and you're trying to like break it up, basically. I'm like, with the needle? So there were at least 5 shots on each side. And I just left everything that's gone on this year is such a crazy thing in my life of this whole, I don't even know how I'm adulting anymore, especially post-accident and dealing with just everything that life has been throwing, that all I can do is laugh. Like it feels like I'm being punked and I'm waiting for Ashton to run out and say, yeah, you've been punked, because this is just one thing after another of, okay. It's like par for the course. But those injections, man, he said I'll be sore for a few days just from that. But I did not like that. 0 out of 10, don't recommend, unless it gives me relief. And then I totally recommend it. But I don't really know if I want to do it again, because it hurt. And I have a very high pain tolerance. So that was a wild thing that happened to me yesterday. I don't like it.
So I had a muscle knot for years and years and years. I joked that I should just name it in the back of my neck. And I had an acupuncturist jam needles in there. But acupuncture needles are like a hair. They're so little. But it hurt.
Oh, yeah.
So I can imagine that an actual, needle full of saline was a picnic.
Yeah, it was... It was an experience. I do need acupuncture. I did that back in the day and years ago in San Diego. And that was for headaches and that was for not sleeping. And that really helped a lot. But I'm having so much low back pain still from this that I just need some kind of relief. And I'm doing everything I can do that I feel like acupuncture is, let's bring it on deck. And hopefully that helps me, because I sleep on my back and I can't sleep. And it's just this whole mess that I'm like, if this had happened when I was 20, would I have bounced back easier?
Yeah.
Yes, and you're still expected now to do all this other shit that we have to do every day.
Yeah.
So I feel there's no win. It's okay, I have to do this and I have to, so it's fine. It's just these crazy things that come with adulting.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and we've talked so many times about the need for community, because I think our communities are getting smaller, like our personal community, and we're getting busier, and you don't have as many people to rely on to help you out. And that sucks.
It's hard. But it's also, yeah, you are alone in it. Granted, if your parents, you're different, right? You at least have your parent friends who, especially if you're all aligned with how your kids are.
Sure.
But just as the person, take the mother out of it, take the father out of it, just as the human, as the Megan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do need people. Like, we do need that. But it's so hard because especially for the parents. I'm not one, but I know that you guys are busy in a different way.
Yeah.
Because you have all your kid shit.
Yeah.
I'm busy in a different way
Yeah.
because I have all my other shit that basically should be kid shit. There's so much on the plate
Yeah.
still. We're never leaving space for ourselves to just have a moment where we can do nothing. I mean, how many times we've talked about, oh gosh, I cherish any 5 minutes that I have by myself. It's unheard of. It doesn't
Yeah.
even come. And that's where I think it gets so heavy because I'm just like, dude, so now it becomes funny.
Yeah.
And that's just the dark, we're just coping. It's a coping mechanism to be like, oh, this shit, like one more thing, tack it on, whatever. But I also never feel sorry. Like I never have self-pity, which that's never been a trait of mine through all these years of illness. Don't want it. But I'm also finding it hilarious that I have to travel to another state to get an ultrasound because the one machine my medical, I don't know, hospital system has here is booked out for 4 months. So I have to travel to another state for it. It's funny to me. Like I talked to the hospital yesterday and they're like, we got 100 pages of records. And I was like, why would you get all the records? You literally needed the records from one test. One test. And I signed for that. And the office sent them 100 pages of records. I'm like, that's uncalled for.
It's all or nothing.
Yeah. But they didn't send the order. And I'm like, you guys, like, I need to schedule this.
Yeah.
Like for immediately, for now.
Well, and that's the thing that really annoys the shit out of me is that you can't just, like, if I know I'm having an ear problem, I'm just going to call the ENT. I don't want to go to a general doctor and then have him give me a referral. It's stupid. If you know that you need an ultrasound, why do you need permission from this other doctor to go and schedule that? That's retarded. Like, if you want to pay the money, even if it's not something that you need, if you want to pay the money to go have some diagnostic thing done, why do you need permission for that? Just go do it. The referral system enrages me because it's inefficient. So my best friend, I hope she's okay with me sharing the story. She's an athletic trainer. She works at like a physical therapy and rehab place. She has worked with football teams and she knows knee injuries. So she tore her ACL. She knew that she tore her ACL. And she still had to go through this absolutely insane process of appointments before she could schedule her surgery.
Oh, lame.
And it was like, yeah, go have the MRI to confirm or see what else is damaged or what, like that's valuable. But why do you have to go to a general doctor, like a primary care doctor, to then be referred to the orthopedic guy or, to get the MRI, to then be referred to the orthopedic guy. And then you still have to go meet with the surgeon and then you have to get on the surgeon's schedule. It was bonkers to me.
That's and that's just wild. That's also the beauty of insurance and the whole system, the way it's set up. I didn't think this was actually that complicated, though.
Yeah.
Because the order is in for St. Luke's. It's just St. Luke's, you can't see me for 4 months, so I have to take alternative action. That's fine. But it's been me for the past 3 weeks calling, finding out where I can go, finding out if insurance covers that hospital, finding out if there are not. All these things that it's just exhausting.
Yeah.
And now I sent another message yesterday and I'm like, yeah, they received the records. We just need an order. Can you get that there? Because I need to schedule.
Yeah.
And if you keep making me wait, shit, at this point, I'll just wait 4 months and do it here and not have to drive out of state. It's so irritating. But I think it's nuts. To me, it's a crazy, crazy thing. But that's what we deal with.
Yeah.
When it comes to medical stuff, and I just don't remember it being this difficult when I was younger. And when I didn't have all these responsibilities, now you have to balance in the rest of your life. Cool. When can I go to Utah? Okay. It's going to have to be on a day that's a whole day. So now can't really make meetings for these days until we know. And so it's just like,
are you going to do a turn and burn? What if it runs late? Are you going to have to stay the night?
It's going to be a turn
Who's going to take care of your dogs?
There's
a lot that goes into that.
There's real shit that goes into it.
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm over. I'm also over waking up early. I've decided.
Yeah.
I've decided because now it's just natural? You're the same way? Like when you just naturally wake up, you're like, why?
Sleeping in for me is like 6:30 or beyond. Because I'm an old man, right? Like we've talked about
Right.
that. But therefore, at 8 o'clock p.m., I am wrecked. And it's like, can we, in the summer, I don't mind waking up that early because I like early summer mornings, like 5 a.m. in July is like, oh, it's the best. It's my favorite time of the day. But I'm exhausted. And like, I don't think people, 50 years ago, unless you were working at a factory or you were a farmer, like any farmer listening to this is going to be like, shut up, Megan. But I don't think they had to get up at 4 a.m. just to get all their life done.
But that's like all they had to do.
I know. Why is it so much more complicated
That's
now?
what I'm saying. There's so much more to do. I mean, there's sometimes that I think, gosh, if I just had, my algorithm on Facebook Reels has been these goats and these lambs for months now, months. And it's so, I don't know, hopeful for me, peaceful to watch these videos because I thought, oh, what would I do if I was just on a farm, like taking care obviously I would have help because I'm not of the farm life like that. I don't know how to do it. So I would have to be trained.
That just reminded me of Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie on the farm.
Oh, when they did, wasn't that like The Simple,
Simple
Life?
Life.
Yeah.
their
So anyway,
overalls.
I mean, I'm not that bad, but I also I would be like David from Schitt's Creek when he goes to the Amish for 3 days. But I want that. I crave that. I think it's something that it's why I love going to Italy, because Italy is just a step back not a step back in time. It's not that they're dated on anything. It's just chill, which is how Idaho was when I moved here from California.
Yeah.
It's a step back of just chill. I think for me, I see this farm stuff and I'm like, if that was my only responsibility, churning butter and playing with the baby goats that are just the mini goats that are dancing around my house and I can put dresses on them. I mean, my mind goes to,
that's not farm life.
decoration. I know. But I just think that's why
Yeah.
we have so much more.
Well, and so I was thinking about that the other day and our just general nostalgia. And I was like, I talk a big game for the 90s considering what fucking clown shoes my life was for that entire decade. But is it because we were kids and our parents were handling all the things? Like we weren't thinking about taxes and we weren't thinking about politics and we weren't thinking about World War III and we weren't like none of that was on our radar. Does everyone feel like that? Like here's another question I need to ask my dad. Do you have nostalgic feelings for the 50s and 60s because your life was simpler than it was when you were in your 40s? How do you feel now? I wonder if it's all relative because everybody's life gets busier and more stressful as you move into adulthood versus when you're, a teenager and a kid or was it really truly simpler?
I think it was truly simpler. Also, we were the last generation who knew what life was. We had to hybrid in technology, but we didn't know what that was. Nobody before us knew what that was. So I feel we were the last ones we ended up getting it.
Well, but yeah, you're
in
right.
that period.
And we were fully adults when the internet was chained to us 24/7. We remember the computer room. You went into a whole other room to visit the computer. You weren't on the internet at the drop of a hat.
No.
So
No,
I
you
think
had to
you're right. I
kick
think it
everyone
was.
off the phone.
Yeah.
No one was allowed to make a phone call. So
Yeah.
it was by the minute. You were paying through the
intentional.
landline. Yeah, you had things to do, shit to get done.
Yeah.
So very different.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe I think that's probably why, because we didn't have the worries, but I also don't remember my mom having all of the things that are going on now. She had different worries. She had adulting worries. Yeah, taxes are a thing and bills are a thing. But now it's just also the vibe has changed so greatly with what we're exposed to on the daily.
Yeah.
Nothing shuts off. Everything is on, and that's fine. I get it. We've had to kind of keep up with that. I do feel bad for the young kids because that's literally all they have and all they've known. Whereas we kind of had to be shock thrown into it of, hey, this is going to change quite drastically. It's going to be very different, which is also, I think, the past year, how it's been so wild and gnarly with all the shit that's come out of everything in your wildest, not even I'd say in your wildest dreams, could you have ever thought this is going to happen, where we find out that the people that run our country are basically sacrificing children and doing anything in the Epstein files. I wouldn't have ever thought of it. Did it happen before and we just didn't know about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't know about it.
Yeah.
And ignorance is bliss sometimes.
Yeah.
Being blind to something is what you need to feel okay with your day, and not that, oh my God, is this real? Like, who's this person? Now you're questioning everything. And I just feel like that's a lot. But what are you going to do about it? That's it. That's here to stay. So it's just now we're all sink or swim and adapt to it.
Yep.
So that's the issue.
Yeah.
It's just that you're seeing it all the time. Not that I think it didn't happen before.
Oh, I for sure think it happened before. But yeah, well, so I think what led me down this questioning of our own nostalgia is because we talk about it all the time. Life before the internet. That's like our post marker, sign marker. There's a phrase for it. I can't remember. But then Joe Rogan said something that kind of made me stop for a second. And he was like, no, we all think that pre-internet was better. But now in 2026, the news, Walter Cronkite isn't telling you what's true. We all have access to all of the information. And that's better. It's all out in the open now. Like, a lot of conspiracies have come true. They're all out in the open because we all have access to that information. And there's a lot of really valuable shit in there. And I was like, oh, that's true. So.
Yeah, but why were we calmer before?
He said it better than I did.
No, but why were we calmer before? Because we didn't know.
Yeah.
So we listened to what we were told on the news. We trusted the sources.
Yeah.
We have lost complete trust in all of the sources, which is why it is so beneficial that it is all accessible and it's out in the open, because I don't trust you.
Yeah.
This isn't coming from a reputable source anymore, excuse me, because it's all commentators.
Yeah.
No one is an actual journalist anymore.
Yeah.
They all have to throw in their bullshit and sprinkle it with their opinions. So you have to fend for yourself in that. But we were all liking the 90s and pre-internet life more because, I mean, look at anything you're finding on AI right now. The nostalgia is real and it's collective. And it's because I believe this past year of wild, crazy shit has gone so over the edge that people are like, maybe it was better when we didn't know anything. Like, maybe it was just, you would just play outside. You'd go home when it got dark, and now you're on your phone, and everyone is controlled. The kids, especially these days, most of them are controlled by their phone. That's all they know. So it's very different in the sense of, I just feel it keeps getting more and more and more, and with AI, even more and more. And now you really question what's real.
Yeah.
Because even though everything's at your fingertips, you're not going to be able to tell anymore with AI certain things.
But what if we should be questioning what's real? What if we should have been doing that from the jump? You know, it makes me think of the analogy that, like, the caged lion, the lion at the zoo, has no worries. He's fed, he's safe, he has all of his medical care handled, he has no worries at all. He has enrichment. But the lion in the wild has to worry about finding his next meal. He has to worry about competing lions. He has to worry about a drought. There's a lot of things that he is solely responsible for, totally free. And so which side of that coin do we want? I think about that a lot.
Oh, I mean, I'm still for questioning everything. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I think that that's where nostalgia is stemming from,
Yeah.
is the fact that we didn't know before. Maybe a lot of these things, maybe ignorance is bliss in many of these things. Obviously, the things that need to come to light. But I mean, it's just everything is just too accessible right now. It's
Yeah.
great to have it out in the open, but there is a limit that I think has been breached everything, because it's just everyone is constantly on edge about it, and
Yeah.
constantly you're always thinking and, kind of finishing and filling in the narrative of what's actually going on.
Yeah.
So that's where it becomes a little much, I'd say. If you do ever need a moment where you have to just unload and unwind, I will tell you that you can go online and you can play Minesweeper, and you can play Oregon Trail, old school Oregon Trail, with like space bar to shoot shit and arrows to point. And it is terrible. Like, I mean, it's terrible and also wonderful at the same time. I was on a deep dive. I made it to Oregon. I lost I think I lost two or three of my children. No, I lost two children and the wife. So I lost myself. I just played the other day, and my laptop was on fire because it was this slow. I'm like, Shh, you got to get there. Like, see if you can get someone to help guide your thing across. I'm like, I can't. This is wild. But it was great. And it was freaking out my dogs. But I liked that I got to step back and just pretend that I was in 5th grade computer class.
Yeah.
And do that. And Minesweeper is one that I typically have. One of the 379 tabs on my Safari is typically an empty Minesweeper game that I can just always play. And then I get real competitive with myself of, I made it in 16 seconds. I'm making it 14. And it's just like, girl, your eyes are not happy. The sight is already not great. But the Oregon Trail was slow.
Yeah.
And I got this rush of remembering what it was like when I would play that in school, and what you would tell people and what you would spend. Are you a banker? Are you a farmer? Or are you a construction worker? Like, whatever the choices were.
Yeah.
Okay. It was fun.
I feel like it's like a bubble that's about to pop, and it's just getting more and more and more, and they're just injecting more and more and more information, whether it's true or not. I don't even like, and you have to discern, and that's exhausting in its own right. But now let's throw aliens in there, and they just and like, but I do feel like at some point it's gonna pop, and I don't know if that's the apocalypse or what. I don't know, but
It's gonna happen.
I feel like it's gonna happen, and there's something huge coming down the pike.
And they're banking on the fact that we're already so overstimulated. That's what I think it is with all of this stuff that we have access to. It's so overstimulating, which is why go be unstimulated. Go play Oregon Trail. Google play Oregon Trail, and it'll be one of the first links. You get to go through the whole process, and you get to shoot those buffalo, and then you get to be frustrated with when they place you in a hunting ground that you really can't move beyond the trees and the rock, and you're like, well, this is a wasted hunt. So be less stimulated by something simple like that. I think of just how everything's evolved, even with basic video games, that to us was a computer game. Nintendo had Mario. Mario 3 was like, oh, you can warp worlds? That's crazy. Now I don't even know. It, went to like GTA, and then it went to the Halos and all of this. And it's too much. It's getting too realistic. It's too much. Remember who you are and where you are. You're a human sitting at a computer or at a TV, and you're playing a game. And I don't like the fact that kids communicate on that. To me is weird, but whatever. I don't do that. It's like another way to let a stranger in your life, which is so weird to me, but you do you, boo.
Well, it's like the modern chat room.
Yeah. Discussing basically murder of, I don't know. It's so crazy that I like it simple. I miss it simple. Even cars got so damn fancy.
Well, and we were driving to school this morning, and we saw a car that was like yellow, but I said, you know what? When I was growing up, cars were yellow and green and blue and red. But you were like risque if you had a red car. And now they're all just gray and black and white, which like That's every vehicle at
That's
my house and every vehicle at your house. But nowadays, if you have a blue, and I'm not talking about navy blue, I'm talking about blue. If you have a
Cobalt.
blue car or a yellow car or a green car, it's a statement. And it didn't used to be that way. You know, if you look back at pictures of the 70s and 80s, every vehicle was a color.
Yeah.
And they just had a little more personality. And I don't need my car to know when I'm getting close to the lane line.
Yeah, I would like a key for my
Oh,
ignition.
I would love a key.
Key would be great.
Give me two keys. I'll
my
take a
last
key for the
car
door
was
and a key for the ignition.
Toyota 4Runner that had a key for the ignition, and then it went.
I miss
to
my 4Runner
all of
so
these-
much.
All of these, the fobs, and the fobs are just crazy. Did you ever watch that show on Netflix, Mindhunter? It's
I don't
about
think
how
so.
the behavioral analysis unit of the FBI started,
No.
set in the 80s.
Is it real or is it
It's
a
like
show?
based on the
okay.
real. But I think they stopped. What I heard was they stopped filming it. I think there were 2 seasons. Phenomenal. Just they would talk to serial killers. I mean, it was so cool. But everything was set. I mean, you could tell that show had some money that went into it to produce, because when they would be on planes, it was how planes used to be, like back in the days of like TWA, where flying was
An experience.
They were serving you coffee out of like a silver heart, like the good shit carafe, that kind of stuff. I was on planes to Italy when smoking was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And people were smoking next to me. And I'm like, I'm a 9-year-old child.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have this much secondhand smoke in my face. But so everything, the cars, so everything that they had to do to recreate that movie, I heard that's why they didn't produce it past 2 seasons, because it was expensive. But it was so good. And that's allegedly. So if I'm wrong, Netflix, I'm sorry. But Mindhunter was a phenomenal show. Just really interesting. And I'm already a Criminal Minds fan. So to hear, oh, this is the backstory of how that unit of the FBI was even created was really fascinating.
That is cool.
But I think I liked all the old shit in
Yeah.
it. I liked it. I liked seeing them on the plane. I liked seeing the cars that they were getting into, just all the buildings and the decor. And it's just, those were days that we just miss, and everything is so different. So I walked into a house last week that was, I don't know, 5,700 square feet, the main house.
gosh.
And then there was a pool house so over 7,200 square feet, the whole thing. It was grand. It was huge, but it was so different than walking into, this was at an over $4.5 million price point. Okay.
Okay.
But if you're built, I don't know, maybe 90s, but redone, but also like not redone in a what we find today house.
Okay.
I would much rather spend that price point on a house like that. That's grand, literally in every way. They had, it was almost like a safe room.
Okay.
Like a gun. You could just tell them like, oh, look at the guns that were here. So cool. A vault. It was a vault though.
Okay.
It was so rad. But I would rather have that than I would a custom home in the foothills for the same price point that's super modern and looks like Iron Man.
Yeah.
I want some character.
Yeah. Oh, I get made fun of all the time because I would buy right now today. I would buy a split level house.
You can find them.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Okay.
You can.
I'm like, you can find them.
I would buy a split level house. Throw some new carpet in there, some new paint, slap it on the walls. But like, and my husband grew up in one, and he's like, no. But I just think that there's a lot of character to be had, and that we're missing out on. And I have nostalgia for that. And I don't need everything to be sterile in my house. I want my house to be comfy. We live here. Let's paint. I don't want white shiplap on the walls. Sorry, Joanna Gaines, but I'm over it. I want some character, some charm.
And that's all it is. It's just everything is very, oh gosh, copy paste.
Yeah.
Samesies. Okay, maybe this is a better quartz. I'm like, I don't. And then I love my quartz in my house, but damn, I miss my granite that I could put hot stuff
I have
on.
granite.
and you can put
I
hot
do
stuff
not
on granite.
want a Formica countertop. I will draw the line.
No. But I mean, I love my quartz.
Yeah.
You just have to be really careful. And so when people come over to my house, I put out all the hot things. Just can't put anything hot on quartz. But granite, you could throw like cookie sheets.
Yeah.
From the oven on
Yeah.
the granite. Totally fine. Not quartz. So I miss those kinds of things where I'm just like, oh man, you've made it. We've elevated and also made ourselves more in a bubble, more padded, basically.
Well, that's what I hate about the car I currently drive. Because it tries to drive for me. And I'm like, I am a good driver.
And
Shut
it
the fuck
will
up, car.
drive. It will drive for you.
It will not. It is not a Tesla. It will not drive for me.
No.
But it will
I'm
keep me
saying
in the
like
lane
it'll
if
keep
I
you
want it to.
Yeah. Or slam on the brake.
It tells me what the speed limit is through this area, which is wrong a lot of the time. But yeah, it'll slam on the brakes. It's too sensitive, and I hate it.
There's no way to turn off those sensors either because
No, and I want to go back to when I had a 87.5 Bronco that was just like driving an ammo can down the road. That's what I want. I just want the experience of it.
yeah, it's too much to be. That's what I'm saying. We've elevated and we've padded ourselves, which just sucks.
Well,
I
it's
don't
that
like
thing that we talked about when Carmen was here. Like, hard times create strong men create weak times create soft men create hard times. And it's just the never-ending cycle. And it's like, I told my daughter, who's probably going to drive this car as her first car. And it was like, I expect you to learn how to drive without all this shit. I expect you to learn how to be a good driver, even though this car will help you far too much. Like, and she understands what I'm saying, I think. But like, we have to take it down a notch.
In everything. I don't remember when I was growing up. I don't remember any kind of appliance of the household being so complex as the frickin' vacuum I just finally bought. I finally gave in and bought a new vacuum. I finally bought a Dyson. I have to do probably, I don't know, a 12 credit class on how the hell to use this and what all the attachments are for. That's what it is. What all the attachments are for. What's the best way to store this? Like, do I need to screw the thing on the wall? Because it looks like that, but it's kind of heavy. How many bolts? I mean, there are so many things that go in with this Dyson. I think I have 14 attachments or something. And I just think, dude, I don't know. Like, I have hardwood in pretty much 99% of my house, except the areas that there's area rugs. Okay, go. What do I do? I have couches. I have a car. I could use it to vacuum all that, but it's so complex, and yet somehow I love it, but I'm still very confused by it. But I don't ever remember vacuums being that complicated. Thing I love is that I had a Shark before, but it was corded, and this one's cordless, and I kind of really like that because I have a little more flexibility. There is one attachment that it's for hardwood only, and it has a laser. And so the laser light the head is lighting up all the shit on the floor. And you're like, this is beautiful because you're getting all the dust and just all the particles. And then it'll tell you, I mean, it's very complex. It's basically like a Tesla. It's telling you how much of the collection of crap is, allergen and how much. I'm like, I don't even know anymore what's happening. But can you just give me a crash course on how to use this vacuum? Because I've tried to watch some of their videos and they're very calm and peaceful. And I'm like, but okay, do it quick because someone just made a mess, but you have a guest coming in 15 minutes. Go fast. Like, I need to see it quickly. I need to see this in action fast. It's just not that easy.
That's wild.
Very complicated. So cars, vacuums,
washing machines. You know my stance.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I did not want a washing machine with an electric panel. I just want a washing machine with a metal drum and knobs. And then that's it.
Yeah.
Because then if it breaks, it's easier to fix.
Yeah.
But it's not even supposed to break for 20 years.
Hopefully. And I think yours will.
Yeah.
I mean,
think it'll last.
will last.
Yeah.
Because but they don't make things like they used to. That's one thing that they kept doing. But they don't make Amana refrigerators like they used to or Maytag laundry shit. It's it's also different. And I think that that's what's really hard, that not only do we have, oh, we just want that simpler time and we're so overstimulated, but what we trusted before, now we don't even know what to trust anymore because you have so many damn influencers all over the TV and the internet telling you what's the best. And you're like, but are you even using this?
You're right.
Are you just getting paid to use this? I would never represent something that I didn't actually use.
Oh, yeah.
But how many people are doing? Everybody's doing that. I mean, 98% of people who are making money from selling brands online aren't really using it. They're using it to show you how it works, or they're using it to put their stamp of approval on it. But now we have to deal with influencer culture also.
Oh, I worked at a car dealership once, and it was a brand of car. I am a car racist.
Okay.
And it was a brand of car that I would never drive. And it was one of the worst jobs I've ever had because I was like, why am I working here?
Oh.
I don't support this brand. I would never drive this car. Why am I working here?
Oh, yeah. Then why did you work there? Did it have other things too? Was it a
No, it was a one-off dealership. It was part of a group.
Interesting.
So I did end up getting transferred to a different store, but to a different brand. But
being honest and sabotaging sales and stuff.
I've worked at so many. Luckily, I wasn't selling them. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I was just the receptionist at that one, and the general manager and all the sales managers were absolute trash human beings at that particular store. But I was actively looking for another job all the time. I cannot work somewhere where I don't agree with, believe in, would purchase the product. Cannot do it.
No, you can't. Well, because you're devoting like time and self into that as well.
Yeah.
So no, there's no way I don't even think that that's possible. But there are so many people who do it.
Yeah.
And they're making a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And that's when you start, you kind of kick it of how willing am I to make money? Not like that.
I haven't sold feet pics yet, so apparently not that willing.
Not that willing.
Well, and that's being a freelance copywriter. I'm in a lot of groups, like Facebook groups or whatever, that discuss different ways to market yourself, different ways to find clients, blah, blah, blah. And the big money for freelance copywriters has always been in like the supplement world. And I can't do it. I don't know if your supplements work. I don't know. I cannot write advertising material for you if I don't.
Oh, sure.
If I don't really believe, if I feel like you're just a shyster trying to sell somebody,
sure,
powders and potions that aren't going to do anything.
I just got an approach from a supplement company that wants me to do stuff for them, and I was like, I've never even heard of this. So I'm out, obviously, but they'll find creators on, TikTok especially. That's where people are making money. So they found my personal one on TikTok and reached out for that. And I'm like, I don't know anything about this, and I'd have to do so much research. And before I even accept free product, to me, it's like, I don't even want to waste that. I mean, I don't want it sent to me if I know that, number one, I'm not going to use it. Like, two, can I research it first? But I really have to be committed, because if I get sent something and I think it tastes like shit and I will never use it again, now I just got free stuff. So now you almost feel a little obligated that you have to do something. But I'm kind of like, I'd rather try it in a totally different setting. And if I love it, I'd rather reach out to you and be like, hey, if you ever want me to say anything about this, like, I love it, I'm already buying it, that's the kind of stuff that I would want to represent. Things that I'm already using.
Yeah. You know what I think is sketchy as hell is the people who talk about these products that they're using, but they won't tell you what it's called. I see that a lot.
Oh, like what?
Like,
do you have to like click the link?
Probably.
Oh.
I'm not doing that. They won't even tell you the name of it. This particular drink or supplement changed my life. My hair stopped falling out. Like, it's all these just miraculous things, but then they won't tell you the name of it.
What are they trying to do? Like, capture your information?
I don't know, because I will not do it, but it annoys me like you would not believe.
Well, you have to find out what it is. I mean, that's
it's usually like MLM stuff, I think, but it's just like, that's just terrible marketing strategy, in my opinion. But I see it a lot.
That's interesting. I never see it like that. I
Or
always see
DM me
it.
for details. Oh, you know what else?
DM me for details, I see. But I still get the detail. Like, I still see it. Someone in the comments will be like, save you the 2 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
here it is. Like,
DM me for details. I'm out. You know what else I'm out? Comment, blah, blah, blah.
and
And
we'll
I'll
send you a
send you
link.
the link. Like, no.
So all of the Amazon influencers who that was
Yeah.
really big with them,
Yeah.
now all of a sudden the link is actually popping up because I see a lot of really cool things that I'm like, I would want that for cleaning in my own house. And it'll be, you know, her description, whoever the influencer is, the description, and then it'll say comment, you know, scrub for a and I'll send you a
Yeah.
link. And so there's people commenting, but also if you watch that video, it'll have the link that pops up that's like shop now. So it'll give you the call to action. It'll take you to that influencer's Amazon storefront, basically, right?
And then they're getting
She's
a
going to get a
commission.
commission from it. So I don't care about that. If you want to take the time to record all the shit that you do to clean your shower and then make money off of the proceeds of it, of the item, good for you. I don't have the time or the patience, or I don't want to edit a video to do that, but I'm okay with. The comment, I'll never comment on. But if there's a link, then I'll click the link and I'll see what it is and I'll check the reviews and I'll be like, how much of this is bullshit and how much of this is actually real?
Yeah. There's like one person that I'll click their Amazon link. Otherwise, I'm like writing it down. What's the description of that? And then I'll go search it myself.
Yeah, because they rarely also show you the actual product. You
Yeah.
have to click the link to get it. And this is the miracle product, and half the time it's that like, oh gosh, it's typically a yellow and white, some kind of cleaner, but then it comes in different colors. I also see a lot of, and I do want to buy those, is a wax putty stick for chips in your cabinet, and you can basically like color it as almost a crayon
Oh, interesting.
wax stick, and it'll like fill in the little tiny chip in the white cupboard or something. You can get different colors. I thought that was fascinating, so I got to look into that. It's like a wood putty.
Well, you know why else I miss wood furniture? I'm in the market for a piece of furniture in my house, and yes, I could go on Amazon and find a piece that fits those exact specifications, which is weird. But I was like, nope, I'm going to start going to consignment stores. I want a real true piece of wood furniture because I don't really care. I am not the person who's, you know, coffee table and kitchen table need to be the same kind of wood.
Right.
I am not that way. But if you have a walnut desk and it gets a scratch in it, you can take a walnut and fix the scratch with that. It's wild. I've seen it.
Oh, like an actual walnut? Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. I guess that would make sense.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
And I saw a video of that like pre-AI, so I feel like it was
Okay.
real. And I was like, this is amazing.
Nice.
And I want real things that are going to last for a long time. You know, I'm tired of fast fashion and fast
Sure.
products. And I order plenty on Amazon because I don't have the time or the brain power to go to 12 different stores to find all these things. I have a certain protein bar that I like. So they come to my house the next day rather than me trying to go around and find that one flavor, you know. But I want to be intentional about the things that I buy.
Yeah.
Slow it down.
I didn't know about the walnut thing. That's really cool. I will say that I have a colored marker that matches my wood coffee table pretty well because when Gracie had all the puppies, they gnawed on my coffee table.
Oh, sure.
And therefore discolored it a little bit and chipped it. And so I just go burp, burp, and it's colored. I had this song. Come on, this is so random. When I was driving, when I left my house today to come to you, I had this song pop in my head, and I was like, you know when a random song comes on in your head, and it's just the sound I made just reminded me of it, because then I can't get it out of my head until I put it into words who it is. And I knew who it was the second it came in my brain. And maybe you will. So now we're going to do the test. Do 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 do. Ah. It's friggin' No More I Love Yous by Annie Lennox. I'm like, why do I know that song? Why is that coming up in 2026 in my brain? But it was just that random, like, what is happening? But that's the way my head goes these days, is because I just can't keep anything straight. And I really think that spending 2 hours on Oregon Trail the other day did it.
Okay.
Really set it like ablaze, because now I've got cholera. I mean, in the first 20 miles, one of my kids got cholera, and she made it, but I was just a little confused because I was giving them filling rations too. I was hunting all the time to make sure I had all the food.
That's so funny.
It was a wild thing.
Damn it, Bessie, get it together.
I mean,
we have a trip to take.
Just you gotta do it. But yeah, so if you need a release and you just need to like zone out of your crazy, Minesweeper and Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail's a little slower.
I mean, we do family Mario Kart races on the Wii.
Okay, this is a solo person game though, so you can't like.
You can play solo Mario Kart.
No. I'm saying.
No, I know.
Oh, the Oregon Trail. You can't log in. They haven't gotten to that capacity yet. You can't play with people on the.
They do have an Oregon Trail board game.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting it for my kids.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
And it would move faster than this. And it's probably a little more up to date, but I was just amazed at
I hope it's all like spinach green pixelated.
Yeah. It was so crazy to me to think of people that would actually break into your wagon in the middle of the night and steal a wagon tongue. I'm just thinking, first of all, are y'all sleeping in your wagon? Because who's just breaking in?
No, they weren't sleeping in their wagons.
They were just camping?
Yeah.
Another reason.
No, because the wagon had
nobody,
only like injured, really old people, and maybe babies
were in
the wagon. It was only like, it was storage.
And everyone else just rode out.
They walked or they rode a horse,
Ugh.
but you couldn't have that many horses because then you had to still feed them and make sure that they were cared for. So most people walked.
Well, I'm just saying there is a reason I would not have been on the Oregon Trail, and that's it. But it was fun to play.
There you go.
So that's highly recommend, just if you need a dose of what life was like in the 90s when you had a 30-minute session of, your library, but you got to play on these things called computers.
Just go to the computer lab.
Yeah.
With that floppy disk.
With the floppy disk, which kids don't even know what they are anymore.
I know.
It's crazy. Those and the CD-ROMs that we've talked about, which is just funny to me. So yeah, I'd say I'm going to get in my car with a key fob. I'm really good about changing the battery every now and then. If I think, I don't want to be stuck somewhere without one, I'll just change that lithium ion battery. I don't want to do that anymore. Just give me a good old-fashioned AA something.
I want a car with a key. I want a manual transmission. I want to be able to change the oil myself.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I want all of it.
I don't want that. I don't want a sunroof, though. My next vehicle, I do not want a sunroof.
Yeah, I have one and I don't care about it.
I don't ever use it. Even in the sun. I also can't have the sun, so.
I will use it like when I park in the garage. Like last night we had to get drive-through food. And so that was in the car. And so I popped the sunroof in the garage overnight to get the smell out.
Sure.
That's handy. But you could crack the windows.
You can crack the windows.
It's not,
I do.
Sunroofs are overrated.
They are. And then if you ever have a leak, right, you're getting it from the sunroof because you have a hole in the roof of your car.
Yeah.
So I just think that there's a lot that I would just want it to be simpler. I do want to give a message to Jeep because I have a Jeep and I love my Grand Cherokee, but the new versions of them are fugly. And I'm saying it with a capital F.
Oh.
Fugly. They look like minivans, but not cool ones. And make them
cool
sporty.
minivans?
Make them, well, there were useful, cooler ones that could do more things, is what I meant.
Okay.
No, I obviously would never drive a minivan because I don't need to. But the Jeeps just look like they need a revamp. And so before I buy my next one, and I'm hoping I have at least another 5 years, get it together because these are just wild. No, no me gusta at all. Like, not even a little bit. So yeah, old computer games and keep playing Mario Kart because that's at least cool because you're on the Wii and doing that. And I'll learn my vacuum. Hopefully the next time we discuss this, I will be a pro.
Get your associate's degree in vacuums.
Yeah, in that particular vacuum because it just has to be all the fancy ones.
Nice.
That's it. Yeah. And on that note, anything else? Anything else you got to chime in with this?
I mean, probably a lot, but we'll keep it simple.
We'll save it. All right. Well, I guess have a good day to everyone except the people who should know better, who maybe have transplanted here and still refuse to pronounce Boise, Boise, and they keep saying Boise.
Oh, that hurts my brain. It makes me so sad.
It is the first thing I learned here, and let me tell you, I have never faltered, and it is just crazy to me that people have lived here, have moved here, and there's signs all over downtown. Hey, welcome to Boise.
Yeah.
And it's just nuts. So have a good day to everyone but you.
Solid.
Yeah, perfect. Bye.
Bye.